two of the world's most demanding professions, law enforcement and professional bodybuilding. One requires split-second decisions under life-threatening pressure. The other demands years of obsessive dedication to physical perfection. Most people can barely handle one, but there exists a rare breed of warriors who have mastered both worlds, patrolling the streets by day and dominating the stage by night. Today, we reveal the 11 biggest, baddest bodybuilding police officers who've ever lived. Men and women who've proven that true strength comes from serving others while pursuing greatness. Their stories are filled with sacrifice, dedication, and the ultimate test of balancing two extreme lifestyles. Stay until the end, because the most incredible dual career story is about to unfold. In the sweltering heat of Trinidad and Tobago, where most people seek shade, Dwayne Quamina built his IFBB Pro physique under the blazing Caribbean sun. His story isn't just about international bodybuilding success. It's about revolutionizing fitness culture within an entire police force. Quamina didn't just compete. He became a fitness evangelist, transforming his fellow officers' approach to physical conditioning. His influence spread throughout the Caribbean, where his success inspired a generation of officers to view fitness as essential job preparation. What makes Quamina unique is his role as a cultural bridge, connecting Caribbean law enforcement traditions with international bodybuilding standards. His success opened doors for athletes across the region, proving that excellence recognizes no geographical boundaries. His legacy extends far beyond his own achievements. He created a movement that continues to influence police fitness standards throughout the Caribbean. Rachael Loftis didn't just change her body, she rewrote the rules of what's possible. Her transformation from ordinary civilian to muscular competitor while serving as a police officer became the stuff of internet legend, inspiring thousands of women to believe that dramatic change is achievable at any stage of life. Featured across multiple fitness and law enforcement publications, Loftis's journey represents more than physical transformation. It's about mental revolution. Her story went viral not because of her badge or her biceps, but because of her willingness to completely reinvent herself. What sets Loftis apart isn't just her impressive physique. It's her ability to inspire others to start their own transformation journey. She proves that sometimes the most powerful weapon an officer can carry is the example they set for their community. Rachael Loftis embodies the modern warrior, someone who understands that personal transformation and public service aren't separate goals, but complementary missions. While others struggled to manage conflicting schedules, Lee Banks turned time management into an art form. His Florida police career and IFBB Pro status weren't competing priorities. They were complementary systems that reinforced each other's success. Banks approached his dual career with military precision, creating schedules that maximized both his patrol effectiveness and his competition preparation. His methodical approach became a blueprint for other officer-athletes seeking sustainable success. What distinguished Banks was his longevity. While others burned out trying to maintain both careers, he thrived for years, proving that strategic thinking could overcome any logistical challenge. His consistency in both arenas earned him respect from colleagues who initially doubted his commitment. Lee Banks demonstrated that excellence isn't about choosing between passions. It's about engineering solutions that honor both. Fred Smalls understood something most competitors missed. Bodybuilding is performance art, and every pose tells a story. His background in law enforcement taught him that presentation matters as much as preparation. Whether you're testifying in court or flowing through a posing routine, Smalls elevated posing from mere muscle display to artistic expression. His routines were studied by competitors who recognized his ability to transform static poses into dynamic storytelling. He brought the same attention to detail that made him an effective officer to every aspect of his stage presentation. What made Smalls legendary wasn't just his impressive physique. It was his ability to make other competitors rethink their approach to presentation. He proved that technical excellence and artistic vision could coexist, creating performances that were both powerful and beautiful. Fred Smalls showed the bodybuilding world that true mastery requires both strength and sophistication. Sergeant Katasha Bledsoe didn't just break barriers, she demolished them, rising through the ranks to interim lieutenant. While transforming her physique, she redefined what leadership looks like in both law enforcement and competitive bodybuilding. Bledsoe's journey from Newman University graduate to police supervisor to competitive athlete represents a masterclass in personal evolution. Her transformation wasn't just physical, it was professional, demonstrating how personal development enhances leadership capability. What sets Bledsoe apart is her understanding that personal achievement and professional responsibility amplify each other. Her fitness journey became a leadership tool, inspiring her department to embrace wellness initiatives that improved both individual and organizational performance. Currently serving as interim lieutenant, Bledsoe continues to prove that the strongest leaders are those who never stop growing, never stop challenging themselves, and never stop inspiring others to reach higher. Katasha Bledsoe embodies the future of law enforcement leadership, where personal excellence and professional service create unstoppable momentum.
And the winner is Cedric McMillan.
Cedric McMillan brought old-school elegance to modern bodybuilding, while serving his country with distinction. His 2017 Arnold Classic victory wasn't just a competition win. It was a statement that classical aesthetics and military discipline could triumph over pure mass and modern shortcuts. McMillan's approach to bodybuilding reflected his military background: methodical, respectful, and focused on long-term excellence rather than quick results. His training philosophy emphasized fundamentals, consistency, and the kind of patient progression that military service teaches.
To this little kid, he 8 years old, and he at home laying on the floor in the living room watching Conan the Barbarian. And he turned around and he looked at his mama and he said, I want to be a muscle man when I grow up. And that little kid name is Cedric. Hey, I did this for you, baby.
What made McMillan special was his ability to honor bodybuilding's golden era while serving in the modern military. His posing routines were tributes to the sport's artistic heritage, performed with the precision and respect that military service instilled in him. Tragically, McMillan passed away in 2021, but his legacy continues to inspire those who believe that excellence requires both power and grace. He proved that the greatest victories come from honoring tradition while pursuing personal greatness. Cedric McMillan reminded us that true champions serve something greater than themselves while never compromising their artistic vision. Michael Counihan didn't just build muscle, he built a movement. When his workout videos exploded across social media, earning him the title Most Jacked Cop, he single-handedly changed how the world viewed police officers and their commitment to fitness. Counihan's viral success came from his authenticity. Unlike manufactured fitness influencers, his content showed real workouts by a real cop dealing with real challenges. His NYPD badge gave him credibility that no amount of marketing could buy. What makes Counihan revolutionary is his understandings of modern communication. He used social media not for personal gain, but to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the communities they serve. His content humanized police officers while promoting the fitness standards that make them more effective. His influence extends far beyond his follower count. Departments nationwide have implemented fitness programs inspired by his example. Counihan proved that positive representation could change perceptions and inspire real change. Michael Counihan transformed viral fame into meaningful impact, showing that influence comes with responsibility and that true strength builds bridges rather than walls. Flex Wheeler's brief law enforcement career provided the foundation for one of bodybuilding's most extraordinary stories. Though his time in uniform was short, the discipline and structure of police training shaped the mindset that would make him the Sultan of Symmetry. Wheeler's transition from law enforcement to full-time bodybuilding wasn't about abandoning one dream for another. It was about recognizing where his unique gifts could have the greatest impact. His aesthetic physique and 4 Arnold Classic victories proved that sometimes the greatest service comes from inspiring others to pursue excellence. What made Wheeler legendary wasn't just his incredible genetics. It was his ability to maximize those gifts through the disciplined approach that law enforcement had instilled in him. His training methods and professional attitude set standards that influenced an entire generation of competitors. Later, when Wheeler faced kidney disease and leg amputation, he drew on the mental toughness that police training had developed. His comeback attempts, though ultimately unsuccessful, demonstrated the warrior spirit that both careers had forged. Flex Wheeler proved that the lessons learned in service never leave you, and that true champions find ways to serve others regardless of the arena. Abdulhadi Al-Khayat operates in a world where failure isn't just disappointing, it's deadly. As a police commando, his tactical operations require the kind of physical and mental conditioning that most athletes never experience. His IFBB pro status isn't just impressive, it's proof of superhuman dedication. Al-Khayat's commando training creates unique advantages in bodybuilding competition. His ability to perform under extreme pressure, his pain tolerance developed through tactical operations, and his understanding of team dynamics give him edges that traditional competitors lack. What makes Al-Khayat extraordinary is his role as a cultural ambassador. His success in international competitions helps bridge understanding between Middle Eastern law enforcement and global bodybuilding communities, proving that dedication and excellence transcend all boundaries. His influence extends beyond personal achievement. He's inspiring specialized units worldwide to embrace fitness as tactical preparation. Al-Khayat demonstrates that elite performance in one arena enhances capability in all others. Abdulhadi Al-Khayat embodies the warrior spirit, someone who understands that true strength serves others and that excellence knows no limits. Sergio Oliva didn't just survive being shot 5 times. He returned to both police duty and bodybuilding competition. The myth earned his nickname through his impossible physique, but he proved it through his indestructible spirit. The 1986 shooting that nearly killed Oliva would have ended most careers and most lives. Doctors didn't expect him to survive, let alone return to the dangerous streets of Chicago. But Oliva's recovery became legendary, demonstrating that his mental strength matched his physical gifts. What made Oliva's story incredible wasn't just his survival, it was his return. He came back to police work, serving until 2003 and completing 27 years of service. He returned to bodybuilding exhibitions, proving that his legendary physique remained intact despite his trauma. Oliva's 27-year police career in Chicago's Rogers Park district exposed him to dangers that would break most people. Yet he approached every shift with the same intensity he brought to his Olympia victories, understanding that both required everything he had to give. Sergio Oliva proved that true myths aren't born. They're forged through surviving the impossible and continuing to serve others despite the cost. Here's the most incredible statistic in law enforcement history. Ronnie Coleman, at 320 pounds of solid muscle, never got into a single fight during his entire police career. The 8-time Mr. Olympia champion's presence was so intimidating that conflicts resolved themselves before they began. Coleman's story begins with struggle. A college graduate, making $18,000 a year, barely surviving financially, until he discovered that his massive frame could serve two purposes: protecting his community and building his legend. What makes Coleman's story unprecedented isn't just his 8 Olympia victories. It's that he achieved them while working full-time patrol in Arlington, Texas. From 1998 to 2003, during his championship reign, Coleman was pulling night shifts and responding to domestic calls between training sessions that would cripple normal humans. His fellow officers initially doubted his commitment, questioning whether someone obsessed with bodybuilding could be trusted in life-or-death situations. Coleman's response was simple. He became the most reliable officer on the force, never missing shifts, never compromising his duties, and never letting his bodybuilding interfere with his service. The department's ultimatum in 2003 forced Coleman to abandon the stable pension he'd earned for the uncertain pursuit of bodybuilding greatness. His choice proved prophetic. He won 5 more Olympia titles after leaving police work, cementing his status as the greatest bodybuilder who ever lived. Coleman's legacy transcends both careers. He proved that the greatest champions aren't just physically dominant. They're servants who understand that true power comes from lifting others up. His 320-pound presence kept peace on Arlington streets, while his 8 Olympia victories inspired millions worldwide. "11 badges, 11 champions, 11 proof points that serving others and pursuing greatness aren't competing goals. They're complementary missions that create unstoppable human beings. These warriors redefined what's possible when dedication meets purpose. They didn't just build incredible physiques. They built bridges between communities, inspired countless others, and proved that true strength always serves something greater than itself. Their stories remind us that heroes don't choose between serving others and serving their dreams. They find ways to do both with excellence that inspires everyone around them. If these stories moved you, if they showed you what's possible when purpose meets passion, then subscribe now and share this video with anyone who needs to see that limitations exist only in our minds.